Alright, Mango, we've made it to Amethyst. Second from last. Check out the other videos if you haven't seen it. The other colors. All the places. Alright, here we go. Starting off with an enchanted. As always, you can take this one. Tell us about the Sorcerer's Hat.
It's a 2-cost inkable item.
Pretty cool.
Incredible energy. Exert this. Pay 1. Name a card. Then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's the name of the card, put that card into your hand. Otherwise, put it on the top of your deck.
Why that last sentence? It's already on the top of your deck.
Yeah.
Because you're revealing it? I don't know. Unnecessarily wordy.
Yeah, I thought it was going to say put it at the bottom.
So this is the payoff. This is the payoff for like ordering the top of your deck or otherwise somehow knowing the top of your deck. I don't think there's anything that lets you just passively look at the top of your deck all the time, like in various Magic cards that do it. So I think this has potential in the future if they do pay something that just says you can look at the top of your deck anytime.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not.
It's going to be really cool art, but I don't see the card being played.
Items mattering. Maybe, but yeah, I mean, it's very... two cost inkable is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Treasure Guardian. 4 cost, non-inkable, 6/6, 2 lore. This character can't challenge or quest unless it's at a location.
Okay, so let's just say it's a 5-cost, non-inkable, 6/6 for 2 lore.
Yeah. Best case scenario.
Yeah. Would you play it?
No, I'm not playing this. This is non-inkable and incredibly situational. Like, I think that should just be the immediate check. Are you relevant at all points in the game? No. Are you non-inkable? If you're non-inkable, probably not playable.
Right.
Like, this does nothing if you don't have a location. It just sits in your hand, and then you play it, and your opponent doesn't care unless you have a location, and then you have to spend more ink, so no. No, thank you.
The Lamp. 2-cost, non-inkable item. Good or evil. Banish this item. If you have a character named Jafar in play, draw 2 cards. If you have a character named Genie in play, return chosen character with 4 or less that cost 4 or less to their player's hand.
So there's one very important thing to notice about this card. What is it?
Drawing cards and Jafar.
No, not exactly. I mean, yeah, that is something that we will see. But generally, I would say this is just strict. Like, if it was just that, this is just worse than Friends of the Other Side, right? It costs 2, you draw 2. Friends of the Other Side costs 0 or 3, but is inkable because it's a song.
Oh, yeah, because you have to banish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is...
But there is one thing that actually does give this a chance of being pretty good. It's not an or. If you have them both, you get them both.
Right.
That is the interesting part.
Ooh,
Draw 2, bounce for 2.
Yeah.
I'm in for that.
Yeah, and it doesn't say it has to be your cards.
You're
bouncing
that. Yeah, that's the idea.
Well, you can bounce Merlin. That's the thing that I thought right away. I was like,
bouncing your own thing.
Yeah,
I was thinking bouncing theirs.
But yeah, true.
The tempo.
Yeah,
play.
Definitely.
So if there's a Jafar and Genie deck, awesome Aladdin sort of movies energy here. But yeah, if you have both of them, this is gas, I think. But I think you do specifically need... I don't think this is playable unless you're in a deck that has both of them.
Yeah.
Either one of these is not playable by itself. Both of them together seems pretty good.
Oh, there's Vanilla Queen.
4/3 for 3.
Yeah.
It's cool art. I like the art, but we're not spending time on that.
Nope.
Is this me? Stratus? Yeah. 4/4 evasive for 5. Okay. No lore, though. Is inkable. It is a Titan. Gain lore equal to the number of Titan characters you have in play. See, so that's why readying Titans matters, because you can put them all together. But I'm not playing this. This is, blows Zeus away. This is obviously just a fun, big Titan. Like, this literally does almost nothing. I guess it
like
threatens...
in draft, if you draft like 3 or 4 Titans, you're like,
they're like rares there, right?
Yeah, it's just for the meme.
It is a meme. I guess this threatens to trade off evasive things pretty effectively. Like, this really eats Ray and like most evasive things.
Yeah, so most evasive has 3.
I guess that keeps it from being like actually terrible. But yeah, I'm not interested in playing this.
Me neither. There's another Rafiki.
This is
a 1-cost inkable Rafiki that's 0/2 and has 1 lore. Challenger +3.
Very Captain Hook-like.
Yeah. Whenever he challenges a hyena character, this character takes no damage from the challenge. Okay.
Why is this rare? What? This should be uncommon, right? Like, this should be an uncommon. I feel like they needed a slot, so they upshifted this, which you'll sometimes see in Magic.
No, this character's broken.
What?
It's a 1-cost 3/2.
That's what Captain Hook is. It's a common.
Captain Hook is a 3/1.
No, it's a 3/2. It's a 1/2 Challenger 2.
Well, never mind. This is a Captain Hook that has a very, very situational upside.
Yeah. So, again, this should be an uncommon. Captain
Looks
Hook's
way
a common.
cooler.
It does look awesome. It does look really cool.
Yeah.
If hyenas hit the meta, watch out for Rafiki.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, it's not. I mean, but in all honesty, Captain Hook is not bad.
Right.
Captain Hook is a good card.
Right. This
so,
is
like,
not a bad card by any means.
This might be fine just because it's Challenger 3.
Yeah.
Honestly, in these colors, but
And if they play a
it's not
hyena,
exciting.
you just grin.
well, yeah. Like a
Cheshire.
Magic Carpet. This is cool. Flying Rug, 2-cost inkable 2/1, evasive, 1 lore, move a character of yours to a location for free.
I like it.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Probably not good. It is evasive,
Yeah. It's not bad.
but I don't think
It's evasive.
I don't think you're really like in locations here. I'm so set on Steel Ruby being locations.
There's a rare location.
Eventually we'll have a bunch of locations, and probably locations matters across all colors.
Right.
And then maybe we get here. But yeah, this seems fine. I mean, just a 2/1/1 lore is that? Have we had anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
What's like the cheapest evasives that we've had? Anyway, that'd be an interesting to look up. Interesting thing to look up. But yeah, I like it. It's cool. I don't think it's great. Probably playable at limited. More brooms.
Yep, Magic Broom. While this character is at a location, +2 attack, it starts at a 1/5, costs 3, inkable, has 1 lore. I don't think it's good.
It's terrible unless it's at a location. When it's at a location, pretty in for a 3/5 for 3.
Yeah, still just 1 lore.
There is a location that it can move to for free. That's in this color. Like they are really. They will have rolled your own broom deck entirely with the Mickey broom and all the brooms now.
Yeah.
It's probably steel amethyst. Also can do some location mattering stuff. All right. I get this one. The Enchanted Jafar. So I immediately. How did I describe this to you initially? I said, I think this card is a problem. I said something to that effect. So this is maybe the most that I've questioned the design of any card that they've made so far. It is a 4/5 for 7, inkable, shift 5, evasive. During your 1 lore, during your turn, while this character is exerted, whenever you draw a card, gain 1 lore. So obvious play pattern is you shift this on 5, you exert it to sing a whole new world. That's the obvious play pattern. And then you gain 7 lore. And there's so many other ways to draw cards. Like Huntsman draws cards. Things, in steel, because obviously you're in steel. You're obviously in steel.
Yeah, there's plenty of things in this color that draw cards.
Yeah, Friends on the Other Side, Maleficent, there's already that's the crazy thing. Without a whole new world, if a whole new world did not exist, I think this card is very good, without a whole new world. Friends on the Other Side gain 2 lore, Maleficent gain a lore. So many you could be an Emerald and play the draw 2 discard one is very good.
Right.
There's Merlin, which you might have already said, Merlin Rabbit draw card. I mean, there's passively gaining a lore whenever you draw. It has to be exerted, but so what? It also has evasive. It's
it has
it doesn't need
and evasive.
It doesn't need evasive either. This doesn't need evasive, and a whole new world does not have to exist. And I still think this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a very good card.
Yeah, my goodness. Like, you're at 13 and you play this and you just win and your opponent can't interact with it. That's
Right.
why I think, like, I'm both high on this card and kind of love it because I love a whole new world, but I actually think this is a problem. So that's the hot take. Like, I don't think you should be able to just play this and gain 7 lore and it's just not interactable and, like, what is... Like, that's almost half the game. You could very conceivably gain 14 lore the turn you play this. It's possible. It'd be turn 6. Because you have to play Sad Beast on 5,
Yeah.
Sad Beast on 5, shift this on 6, whole new world, into whole new world.
Yeah. Wild.
14 lore.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even far-fetched. You're for sure playing Emo Beast. You're playing Sad Beast on 5, shifting this on 6. That's the other thing. The Jafars in these colors are already playable.
Mm-hmm.
Several of them that you want to shift this on. Like, there's the Snake Jafar in Steel.
Mm-hmm.
There's the 3-2 Jafar for 2 or whatever that you're fine playing with. I guess those are really the only 2, but you don't need more than that. And they also draw you... The Snake Jafar draws you cards.
Yeah.
Sad Beast draws you cards. But Sad Beast... Let's see. Sad Beast is at the start of your... It's at the start of your turn. Is that before your ready phase? Or is that a set trigger?
No.
Is this a set trigger? I guess this is a set trigger. It's ready set.
Yeah.
So even though it doesn't say during your set phase, I think all start of your turn effects happen during the set phase.
Yeah.
So like, Sad Beast just doesn't also print lore with this, which at least that. So yeah, this is power beyond measure. What a absolute name for that ability.
And it has an enchanted.
I think I'm going to cut multiple shorts out of this. Yeah, of course it has an enchanted. I'm going to cut multiple shorts out of just this rant about this card because there's so many things. I guess the boldest statement is that this is automatically the best deck in the meta. Jafar, automatically. Just knowing what we know, do we think anything can, like, realistically, consistently beat this?
No.
All
you have to do is draw the right cards and you win.
You just have to have a whole new world.
Yeah.
Which increases the chances of you getting another whole new world.
Yeah.
I don't see how this isn't... getting real bold claim territory, I don't see how this isn't banned.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just being... But just the fact that you can do it immediately. Because your opponents don't get to interact on your turn. So the fact that you can shift this... Again, you do have to shift it. Let's say that. You do have to shift this in order to immediately exert it. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit pie in the sky, right? You have to have another Jafar in order to play this on top of it, for it to be immediately exerted.
But the thing is, it's evasive. It has 5, so, like, if you play it and you have to wait till next time it's your turn...
But evasive doesn't matter when it's not exerted anyway.
Yeah, right.
Like,
but it's still 5.
Yeah, I'm talking about the line between... It's very good regardless. I'm talking about the line between it being like an actual bannable problem.
Right.
Is the fact that if you shift it, it's just 7 uninteractable lore, presumably.
Yeah.
Which is far too much. Like, beyond the veil of what we've seen...
Yeah, it should...
Of any other card so far in the game. So, it doesn't... One of the... So, the evasive is actually the least offensive. They should not have put shift on this. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, it is.
Because if it didn't have shift, I don't think this... It's still good. You're probably still... It's probably
6
still even the best meta deck.
non-inkable 6.
I think that would still be too strong. 7 cost non-inkable, no shift. I think it's still playable. Yeah. We spent a lot of time on that, but like...
It's per
yeah. Concerningly good. New classification. Best card in the set.
Alice. 6 cost inkable 4/4 with 2 lore. Exert chosen opposing character and all other opposing characters with the same name.
That's interesting.
Okay.
That Jafar, by the way, is $60 pre-sale. I just wanted to check if it beat Jim Hawkins. I think it probably did. That might be a steal. So what do we think about this?
I don't think it's good.
I think this okay.
I think it's okay.
I think we discussed this earlier. I think this might actually be good. Yeah, we did discuss this earlier because the first time, remember when this was spoiled, you were like, I think this is bad. But the fact that this, if you're playing Control and you get ahead, this just says banish whatever you play. Right? You have no quarter. There's no safety anymore when you play things and they can survive.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, this is very annoying to play against.
Yeah.
So I think it could be. I think it could be good. I like the design of this. It's also really cool art. Tea Alchemist is also one of the coolest. Coolest like types.
We love our tea.
Yeah, I think this is fine. I think it's fine. It is a bit expensive, like 6 at 5. That's pretty aggressive. That'd be aggressively good. Oh, Maleficent. I'm just knocking them out. This is going to be an incredible enchanted for sure. I think this one's good. So 5 cost for a 2/3 2 lore inkable. Maleficent, Mistress of All Evil. Whenever this character quests, you may draw a card. Okay. During your turn, whenever you draw a card, you may move 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character. So here's your draw.
I don't think this card's that good, actually.
Draw, discard action. You don't think this is this good?
No.
You don't think it's very good?
You have to move damage counters.
I think it's pretty good. You know who damages himself? Mr. Smee.
Yeah.
Ruby. Ruby damages itself.
Yeah.
It's whenever you draw a card, so you need to be able to draw pretty easily, which is a steal thing. But, like, imagine, again, a whole new world. There's a reason I may or may not have purchased a few more play sets of a whole new world. Like, imagine a whole new world. You're moving 7. It's a whole new world makes a one-sided board wipe. I know having 7 damage is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. But even moving 3 damage with a whole new world is outrageous.
Yeah, okay. I mean, this card's good, but it's not, I don't think it's great.
But it powers itself.
It does go around resist.
It powers itself, right? Dark Knowledge powers divination.
It doesn't go around ward.
It does not go around ward, no.
It does go around resist, but like...
But you know how Steel and Emerald both have, like, the damage matters?
Yeah.
Like, this could power all the Emerald, like, ring the bell with this, or, like, all the Emerald, you know, I do more damage if you have damage.
Yeah.
What was the Helga?
Yeah.
That 5 cost Helga, shoot something for 3. The fact that Dark Knowledge powers the second part, I think is what probably gets this there.
Yeah.
Because remember, it's also healing, even though it's not triggering heals. But, like, it's not just pinging a damage. That is both a positive and a negative, right? You do have to have damage in order for it to move the damage. It's powerful, but yeah, I agree. It's not a slam dunk. It's no Jafar. No Jafar.
Yeah. Well, nothing's Jafar.
But it seems quite powerful. I like it. I want it to work. This card is the sort of card too that can actually just feel oppressive. If you with Amber, the Pride Rock giving everything more willpower.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It weirdly, like, kind of goes with everything. It's like, it goes with things that damage themselves, but it's also kind of a healing deck. It also goes with drawing. It goes with, like, bodyguard. I think it even works well with resist. Because resist creatures are more likely to have damage, right? Because they're harder to just get rid of immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
2, removing damage from resist creatures is backbreaking.
Yeah.
Like this thing with the Prince, or like with Big Herc.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like another balance issue with this game is steel. Like, I feel like every color, I'm like, this and steel. Imagine what this does with steel. Whole new world. Grab your sword. Big Tink. Big Herc.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, X and steel.
Oh, there's the location.
Yeah, here you go.
4 cost location, inkable. 7 willpower, 2 lore, cost 1 to move cards here.
Move?
At the start of your turn, for each character you have here, you may draw a card.
Okay, reconsidering the colors for locations. That is astoundingly good. I mean, it costs 4.
Okay.
But remember, we have the map to Treasure Island and Steel.
Yeah.
But you have to play Ruby, right? Because of Jim Hawkins. Maybe not. Maybe Jim Hawkins is a too good pie-in-the-sky trap because you specifically have to have... We haven't seen anything that can fetch locations, right?
Right, there's nothing that does.
I'm now trying to argue us out of Jim Hawkins. So, Jim Hawkins seems really good, but you do have to have the location in your hand. We've not seen anything that fetches locations, so maybe Jim Hawkins is just a 4/4 that whiffs for 5 and is inkable, which at least you can ink him if you're not going to hit it. But now I'm really leaning towards... Okay, Maleficent cares about drawing. This draws. Huntsman draws. The location in Steel draws. The Steel item map to Treasure Island gets things here for free, which is 2 lore, and it has a 7 willpower. I'm tempted to say this is the best location we've seen.
This is a really good location.
This seems outrageous. For each character?
I think it should cost 2 to move characters here.
Yeah.
Like...
Wow. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I feel like I've read this, but it didn't hit me like this. This seems really good. This is the first location that I almost just want to play. Like, do you just play this in existing Ruby Amethyst control? Because this seems insane with Be Prepared.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
They're never removing this if you're in Ruby Amethyst control or Amethyst whatever control. How are they getting rid of this? They're not going to deal 7 to it. Maui is the best shot.
Yeah.
This is also why I may or may not have acquired several more Mauis.
Maui's a great check.
Yeah, every location. This survives Maui, which feels intentional. At least 1 hit from Maui. Yeah. Whew. Man. That's spicy. I mean, it is 4, but...
Yeah.
That's what you wanted a 4. Oh, look! Another $60 card. What's the enchanted going to be? 500?
Ridiculous.
500 and then it gets banned? I wonder... It's going to be a test. I'm interested to see if they even will ban it. I'm not, 100% confident it deserves to be banned. I'm 100% confident it's broken. And I'm 60% sure it should be banned. Which is really high, but... Oh, here we go. Super rare genie. Is this me? Yeah. 4 cost, non-inkable, 3/5, 1 lore. Whenever this character quests, you may shuffle this card into your deck to draw 3 cards. Yeah, so we did discuss this briefly. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is good. No. I don't know why. And it frankly kind of disappoints me, 1, that this is a genie, and 2, that this is a super rare. Because, okay, obviously it does the thing with Maleficent, and it does the thing with Jafar. Right? But if there was a card that cost 4 and was non-inkable, and it said, draw 3, gain a lore, next turn, would you do that?
I don't think so.
Compared to Friends on the Other Side, draw 2, inkable, singable. I guess this is a 3. I guess this has the outlet of being a 3/5 that can also trade the board.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I mean,
I think the game developers are better than me. Yeah, I think the developers are better than me. No surprise. The better way to think about this is the extreme optionality that it provides. Because a 3/5 for 4 with 1 lore is pretty bad. But then if you need to draw 3, to hit a Be Prepared because you need it. This is a very control card. Mm-hmm. It's it's a creature. It's the ultimate control deck sort of creature that you can play. Because, maybe it trades off. And then...
Yeah. You. How many do you play? 1?
Oh, yeah, 1 or 2 at the most.
Yeah.
And it works with the lamp.
Yeah.
We know Jafar's playable. And so this gets the lamp into where you're interested. Was the lamp in red or was that Amethyst? It was Amethyst, right? Okay. Yeah, so maybe. I definitely think I was too harsh on it initially.
3 cost non-inkable Ursula, 3/3 for 1 lore. You're too late. Whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character can't ready at the start of their next turn.
Annoying.
It only quests for 1, and it only keeps one of your characters from being ready. It's only at the start of your next turn.
Yeah, so it's 1 turn lockdown.
I think this card's fine. I wish it was inkable.
Yeah,
And
I agree. I think this card is dangerous because this is another one of those cards where, like, if you can get on top of them...
Yeah,
so
you just say no.
Here's the thing, that they always still get one... They always still get one with it. Because it's not ready, but if it's already ready, they still get to quest or challenge once. Unless you play Alice. Like we mentioned, the Alice that can tap stuff down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think this is great. Because they still get once. They're just going to trade this off, right? Once they play something big. Unless you have a way to passively exert their stuff, then it could be oppressive.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it's great. 4 for a 3/4/2 lore.
Yeah.
That's a stat line.
There you go.
Return chosen item with cost equal to or less than this character's attack to its player's hand. So, this
is... a decent stat line. But...
I mean, just compare this straight up to Nick Wilde, because it actually does the thing with Popsicle too, right? Kind of. You don't get the heal out of Popsicle, but it still gets returned to your hand. But it can also be used to, like, hose your opponent as well. So you can use it to replay items that, like, give you value, which is really just Popsicle at this point, I think. I'm not sure there's another one that does much. They all require banishing to do something. Or you can, like, I mean, using this to bounce Sleepy's Flutes is a real pain. Bouncing Sorcerer's Spellbook is a pain. It hits Sorcerer's Spellbook, right?
Yeah.
That's a 3/1. Yeah, I think this is fine.
It's okay.
I think this is a slam in limited. This is very good.
For sure.
Very good in limited.
Because its stats are good, and then if they're playing items, you're like...
Magica Dispel. Like, they very much tried to push this into playability, is what it feels like. Oh,
there's the big one.
Awesome art.
It's a 7-cost non-inkable 4/6, shift 5. Whenever this character quests, gain lore equal to the cost of your items in play.
1 of your items, not all of them.
Okay, good.
Yeah, 1. And there's that new... That would be outrageous.
I was like, hold the phone!
But notice that it has no lore.
Right.
So it is... This is such an unbelievable build around. Like, I just want... Let's just for a moment... We've already spent too much time on it. Let's just for a moment compare this to Jafar. Same cost, same shift. Jafar is inkable. This is not. This is a 4/6. Jafar is a 4/5. This has no lore. Jafar has 1 lore. This requires you to play expensive items. Jafar just wants you to draw cards for free. Like, this just shows how absurdly pushed Jafar is. There is the new 7-cost item, which you can play for free with Scrooge McDuck, which we'll see in our last color. Sapphire.
Yeah, but...
yeah, it's silly. It's silly. You're obviously not, like, actually... I mean, it's not an inkable 7.
Like, I'm fine with this because there's a lot of stipulations to get that crazy amount of
7
lore. Yeah. With Jafar, it's way too easy.
See, and obviously it references Scrooge. Like, again, the developers are kind of letting you color in between the lines with this one. It's like, oh, I wonder what I should do this with. Oh, Scrooge that lets me play the 7-cost item for free and then gets me 7 lore.
Exactly.
Like, okay. But, yeah, I mean, there's not many cards, so it makes sense. But it's obviously just that deck where you play this. And even then, it's just silly, I think. Fun, silly. Another one. Ultimate Vanilla stats. Why?
Lena.
Why am I rushing
1/3 rush?
a 1/3?
I don't know.
Sure. It absolutely dominates 2/1s, which we've seen a few of. Morph, poor Morph.
Yeah.
Last ditch effort. A 3-cost non-inkable action that is not singable. Exert an opposing character, then chosen character of yours gets +2 challenger. Absolutely not. This is begging you to 2-for-1 yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's just absolutely begging you. Okay. Okay, let's... On the surface, it seems really bad, especially because it's not inkable.
Yeah, but like you have to play stuff that say when I challenge and banish things.
Well, I was just thinking in just the extreme card advantage that you can get into with Amethyst. Like, maybe you don't care about... Like imagine you're playing your Maleficent with this. The 2/2 that draws a card when it comes into play. You're not down a card. And the fact that it exerts...
Yeah.
You know, kind of board locking them out of playing ready things that are safe is interesting, but non-inkable. If this was inkable, then I think what I said is relevant. But non-inkable and non-singable, it's
yeah, I don't think
not there.
A 1 cost 2/1.
This card I think is good. It's when it when it quests, you can banish it to draw. When it quests. At first, I thought this said, when it's banished, you draw. And I was like, well, this is a problem. You can't have a 2/1 for 1 with 1 lore that just immediately replaces itself. Like, every deck would play 4 of these. Yeah. Especially this in this color.
Yeah.
And maybe every deck would be Amethyst because it would play 4 of these. And then for Jafar. So, yeah, this... but that's not what it does. What it actually does is when it quests, you can banish it to draw a card. How good is it? What do you think?
It's okay. It dies to anything that shoots it.
Yeah. Then you get nothing.
Right. But I mean, it costs 1 and it's inkable.
But so do the Cursed Merfolk. That's the same fail case for the Cursed Merfolk.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's good. It's
This dominates Cursed Merfolk because it can take it out, and then if they don't take yours out, then you can quest it and redraw what Merfolk made you discard. Mm-hmm. I think this is good. I think this is pretty good. Because the biggest problem with playing 1-drops, right, is that you're not getting that card back, and they're pretty low impact. This one can. Like this, So what I'm doing with this, I'm not questing with this. I am playing this on turn 1, seeing if I need to challenge with it. If that's not relevant anymore, like, I don't think I'm never questing with this when it has any chance of being traded off. Either I'm questing it and immediately banishing it to redraw, or I'm holding it for a challenge if I decide this. So the way I look at this, it's like a board presence 2 damage action that I can cycle to draw a card and gain a lore for 0 ink or for 1 ink. Like, I'm trying to put it like in a little bit of Magic terms here, but like, I really like this card. I think it's the off ramp of just give me a card in the lore for 1.
Yeah.
That just seems good. Like, would you play that card? I would play that card. It's not as good as that, actually. Not quite.
Yeah.
Because it does have to survive for a turn before you can quest
this is...
Works with Jafar, works with Maleficent.
I mean, I'm taking it in limited every freaking time.
Yeah. I think this is playable and constructed. I'm gonna try it. Again, we've seen it energizes in all the. Oh, this is adorable. Pop Belly Buddy.
A 2 cost inkable 2/2 with 2 lore. Always there. When this character is banished, you may shuffle this card into your deck.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's cute. I don't think it's very good.
No, I don't think it's very good either. Oh, a broom.
A broom.
5 cost broom. Charge is rush.
Good. Does it have broom in its name? That's what we're going to hope for. Yes. It is Magic Broom. When you play this character, you may shuffle all broom cards from your discard into your deck. You probably play this in the broom deck. You probably play this in the broom deck, though. I mean, it's a 4/4 rush that the broom Mickey returns it to your hand. The Wayward Sorcerer. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just nuts. Yeah, right? So you play in the broom deck. You're not playing it anywhere else. You're playing it in the broom deck.
Yeah.
This
just
is
for brooms.
The Maleficent that we have seen. Trash. This is like extended art. Not trash. Did you say trash? How dare you? Big dare.
Oh, another broom. The 6-cost non-inkable 3/3 with 1 lore.
And it says, when you play this character, if you have a sorcerer character in play, you may exert chosen opposing character they cannot ready at the start of their next turn. Man, they're trying to push this broom deck.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very expensive cost, but a tap and stun
That's a
in Magic
big
terms,
swing.
That's a big swing, yeah. And again, because your brooms are just trading off into it for free. Oh, because returning this to your hand is a beating. You just lock them out of the game.
Yeah.
If you could give this rush somehow, like with the red, the ruby thing, yeah. That's a board lock.
Yeah.
You just have a 7 ink board lock because I think it just costs 1 to move it there, right?
Yeah,
so
you
just log down, give it, hit it into it, and it's degenerate too because you're also doing 3 damage. So like you just will procedurally lock them out of the game entirely.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, there's a villain.
Oh, here's a vanilla
Firebird.
The vanilla check.
4-cost inkable 6/2.
I think this is pretty bad. Like even like in limited, I think this would be pretty bad. But
yeah,
it makes me want to play it in Alice because it's funny. So this is It Calls Me. 1-cost song, which we should have been able to tell that.
Yeah.
Inkable. Draw a card. You had me. I'm in. Then choose up to 3 cards from chosen opponent's discard and shuffle them into their deck. So it literally is basically just draw a card. We haven't seen really wherever shuffling cards from your opponent's discard into their deck matters. But I think
it's a downside.
You think that's the downside to it?
Yeah. Giving them cards to their deck.
It's up to 3. No, it's not a downside. You can just, like, if you're in the later game, you just, like, put 2 drops or whatever into it just to hose up their draws.
Yeah,
that's
true.
not downside.
Yeah.
But, so what is playable is the Sapphire, right? Look at your opponent's hand, draw. 1 cost, not a song.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably better than this one, but this is a song, so this can be free. And we've seen draw matters, all up in here. So, yeah, this has definitely got a chance.
The boss is on a roll. 3-cost inkable song. There you go. Look at the 5 top cards of your deck. Put any number of them on the top or bottom of your deck. Gain 1 lore. I think this is okay. I don't think it's great.
It's negative
card selection.
Kind of. You're not drawing, but yes. Put any number of them on the top or bottom.
Yeah.
This is as close as you can get to drawing a card without drawing a card. This is probably.
But you gain 1 lore.
You do gain a lore, and it is basically 0, cost 0 to do.
And you can do it twice.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, if you're an emerald.
Yeah,
because that Ursula is an emerald. I mean, the emerald is probably the next best at drawing, right? I guess Sapphire is pretty good with Hiram, but like the emerald draw 2 discard 1 really gets there. Mm-hmm. But Steel is still the best at drawing because of a whole new world. Oh, this is the actual one we had. It wasn't Alice. It was this. This I think is good. I think this is really good. Yeah, this is the one where we had this discussion.
This is Uncommon Titan.
Yeah, so I'm going to take this one. So 3-cost inkable 2/2 with 2 lore. Exert this to exert chosen character. Mm-hmm. So nothing you play is safe anymore.
Right.
But you have to play stuff because this thing is going to run away with the game by just being 2 lore.
2 lore, 2 lore, 2 lore. Nope. Exert. Kill.
Yeah, I think this is good. This one concerns me a little bit. It does die easy to, damage from other things and, like Maui, who fails the Maui check. Hard fails the Maui check.
The 3-cost doesn't?
Yeah, but it really, really hard fails the Maui check. But yeah, I like this card. You can always just ink it if it's not doing what you want.
Bestow a gift.
We do no time. Oh, jeez.
A 1-cost inkable. Move 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character.
No,
Okay.
No, we're not.
Whatever.
That's not worth a card, I don't think.
That's not worth a card.
Heal 1, deal 1 for 1. I mean, it's inkable. But that has to matter for other reasons, I think. For
Diablo.
El Diablo. Man, another 1-cost inkable 2/1 with 1 lore. Ogni Volta Whenever you play a character named Maleficent, you may look at the top card of your deck, put it either on the top or bottom of your deck. I guess you can stack triggers in this game.
It's just not worth a card, I don't think. It's a 2/1, dies to literally everything.
Probably not, but it's close. You play it with the hat. Maleficents. There's so many good Maleficents is the thing.
Yeah.
1-cost Maleficent, 3-cost Maleficent, new 5-cost Maleficent. Is there another Maleficent that's good
Dragon.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is close. It's close. Works with the hat thing to draw.
3/2 evasive.
This is Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Iago. Except I'm not going to do a Gilbert Gottfried's voice.
Ooh.
Oh, you can take it.
A broom location.
Yeah, this is it.
A 3-cost inkable broom location with 7 health, no lore. Characters cost 2 to come here. Your character's name Magic Broom may move here for free, so they don't cost anything.
Nothing costs 2 to go there. Because you're not putting anything there. This is
Right.
not a broom.
This is a broom deck.
It's only brooms.
Characters here get +1 more.
Yeah, so I think you literally have to play this in your broom deck.
Yeah.
And you have to not play this in anything other than the broom deck.
Yeah, right.
So
maybe, but I think it's good.
I think it's good in the broom deck.
Yeah.
But maybe the most on-rails card ever seen. This is the non-enchanted Sorcerer's Hat. Let's see if this Jafar is playable. A 2/2 with 2 lore for 3. We've now seen that a couple times. When you play this character, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put 1 on the top and the other on the bottom. And you have to put 1 on the top and the other one on the bottom. So this is probably not playable.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this one is.
I'd probably play this in limited. But
Still
I just think
lore, but
I think
whatever. It would be fine in limited because you need more card selection in
you're
limited.
Right. Yeah. Especially if you have like some good bombs. But there's a 2/3 for 2 Jafar, right? Yeah, the steel one from set 2.
Yeah.
During your turn, this character gets evasive. It's Cruella. Yeah, both of the 4-cost steel Jafar, the 2-cost steel Jafar.
What's the other one?
It
go down.
It also shifts.
There's one that's what is that?
This is not bad.
Yeah,
potentially
not bad.
Even in the deck, the 0/5, like this could
because 5 is a big enough.
You're drawing a billion cards as we've established, and it has 2 lore, so maybe it even does play that. It probably does play 1 or 2 of them. Just
Mama Odie.
Yeah, just because. So I actually do think the deck does play 1 or 2 of those because shifting the big Jafar is so important, and it's already probably playable in the deck.
Yeah, that is true.
All right.
Mama Odie, 6-cost, not inkable. 3/6, 2 lore. Listen to your mama now. Whenever this character quests, you may move up to 2 damage counters from chosen character to chosen opposing character. That's pretty good. I don't know about the Maui check and the 6-cost not inkable, but
it's uncommon. This is a good limited card, but I don't know.
It's not. I'm not playing it.
Yeah, I'm not going anything but limited, but pretty good limited. Oh, this is like the steel one, right?
Yeah,
Or was the steel one that was this as well? I think it was steel. Yeah, it was steel.
It was steel.
Steel also had the 1-cost one that I forgot about.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I think those are significantly worse than the.
Yeah.
All right, we did it. Last color.
Jafar's broken.
We're done with.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Maybe you did hear it here first.